Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a cool discussion video for you guys where I'm going to talk about getting better at Yu-Gi-Oh! A question that I frequently get when playing the game from other people is, how do I get as good as you in the game? No, but in all seriously, people always come up to me and they're like, yeah, I want to win a regional, I want to win a local, I want to make some progress on improving in the game, but I cannot manage to find, the ability to do so. How do I actually get better in the game? Because of course that kind of makes sense, if you're going to your locals, at a certain point, you want to hit that top 4, you want to get that extra prize support, and that's really easy to do for a lot of people. They kind of beat themselves up for it. Well, it's most of the time, of course, it is your own fault, because get good. Because there's a certain thing with mentality and mindset about it, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I have a couple of points that I want to discuss, and to kind of help you guys find your way in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Landscape to get better at the game. So the number one thing that I want to talk about is the deck choice that you have. Because one of the things that I find most important in the game is find a deck that you like. And of course, decks that you like may not always be the best deck. But Rogue can actually be good sometimes. For example, look at one of the best players in the world right now, Joshua Oosters, who has topped multiple YCSs at this point. He's the Dutch national champion for 2 years consecutively, and basically 3 years now that Dutch nationals were cancelled. But he's a player that really likes Rogue decks. He grabs the strategy he wants to play and he makes it better, which is something that you would have to commend him for. But definitely picking a deck that you like is one of the most important things you can do. The other thing that you have to do with that deck is only play that deck. One of the mistakes that I see a lot of people make is either pick the wrong deck that they just cannot play, or they keep switching between decks. Which of course, if you do not know what you want to play, you have to try out multiple stuff. But for that, I just do some research, find out the things you like. You always have a frame of reference, but definitely focus on one deck first. Every once in a while there's a new structure deck release and people, pick up 3 times Salamangreat structure deck and they just play it forever, and usually those players get really good with the deck. And getting good with one deck, playing against a lot of matchups, you learn the other decks, and from there on you can grow into it. But one of the key things is only play one deck. Focus on one deck. When I started playing 7 years ago, I played Burning Abyss. This was a huge investment for me because I have never paid 250 euros for a deck before because I was a scrub. But that deck is definitely the deck that helped me get to where I was, because I just kept playing the deck for like 2 to 3 years straight afterwards. I just kept playing one deck, and that gave me all the breathing room I need to learn the game around it. Because learning your deck is one thing, but learning the game is the other, because you need to get ahead of the curve somehow. You need to learn the tricks, you need to learn the moves, you need to learn how to play before you can actually play. And if you keep swapping around with decks, you will never understand what is going on around you or what is going on in your game, because you're never truly sure what you're doing. If you're gonna keep focusing on one deck, it is definitely something that will help. Because playing one deck, you will at some point, you have learned what you can do in each situation, and then you're always ready. And then you can win those locals, and then you can win those regionals. Because, it takes some time. But definitely stick with one deck. That's one of the most, that's one of the biggest points that I can give you, because it's just so important. Just stick with one deck. Don't swap between decks. Don't play anything else. That will all come in the future. If you want to play, if you want to have some fun with your Dino Wrestler deck, then of course go ahead. But definitely just try to pick one deck and learn that, and try to pick a good deck for that. Don't play Blue Eyes until the end of your days. The second thing that's gonna help you a lot is just time investment. This game is all about learning, and of course you have work, you have school, you have anything, you cannot play the game 24/7. But if you really want to get good, it's gonna take time. That's something that you have to invest in it, because you need to actually play your deck. If you're only playing your deck one time at a local 1 week, then you're never ever going to learn what you're going to have to do in order to play the game better. But if you just take your time, 2-3 evenings a week, play around with friends or go to other locals, then you will play more and eventually learn more, because the more you play, the more you learn. That's just as easy as it is. Repetition is one of the most important keys about learning, and that goes in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Because playing the combo out once is fair, but can you repeat it then? You need to play it out 10 times, and then you get hand trapped, and you need to learn how to adapt. And you keep evolving, and all you need for that is just more time, because the more you play the deck and the cards, the more you will learn the game and learn what to do. Together with time, one of the most important things is having friends in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or a community, because making friends is really hard. No, but having a good, testing group is really important, Of course, there's a local around you. Go ahead and meet the guys, hang out with them, play with them, play more with them than only once at locals, because that will, going to locals once will not help you win your locals. You need to play more, and, with other people as well, because you're only stuck in your own tunnel vision. You need theirs as well. Other people can learn you so much more, even if you're not playing your own deck. But they can help you with deck building, they can help you with plays, they can help you with side decking, they can help you, learning the game, because playing against one of the meta decks will definitely help you improve in this meta game, which is super important. So testing with other people is really important, finding the time to do that. Myself, I've been blessed with a really great friend group, and we test from 2 to 3 times a week, and we are playing online as well, and we are always having discussion in the group chat about Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you just keep your mind busy on the Yu-Gi-Oh!, you will eventually learn the game. You'll see, it will definitely work out for you, because the more you're busy with it in here, the more it's gonna, come out in the cards you play, which is really important. So far we have picking a deck, we have testing, taking your time to play, and playing with friends, because repetition is important, your deck is important, having fun is important, which is one of the most important things, Having fun, you need to have fun. Because you can grind for 5 days a week and not have fun, but that's not why you're doing it. If you want to win, that's fine, but win on, the good terms. Don't see yourself become the villain here. One of the last important key things of becoming better at Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just committing that investment. It's just that easy. I know it costs a lot. I'm not saying you need to buy 3 triple tactical talents and 3 droplets. But what you can do is commit to that deck. Back when I had the option, I could buy Burning Abyss. It took me 250 euros. I got a job. I worked 3 times a week at the local supermarket. But I saved up that money and I bought that deck because I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to get better at Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all about your mindset. If you want to do something, you're gonna have to work for it. Even if it's getting better at Yu-Gi-Oh! Because this game is really a lot of fun. You can definitely, rise above the casual level and grow as a player by investing time, making friends, having fun, and investing some money, because that's realistically what it's going to be. I'm not saying you need to spend $200 on a deck or euros depending where you live, or crowns if you're in Prague, but one thing that you really need to do is buy a deck. If you really want to play your Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, then you can play a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's a good deck. It's not even bad, but you need to buy it, and you need to buy the other cards around it, and it's gonna cost probably around 100 euros to 200 euros. And in my eyes, it's really easy to say that from my point of view, where I work 5 days a week and play Yu-Gi-Oh! The other 2. But it's really important to make a start. There's a point where you're gonna have to choose, am I gonna play this game and I'm not gonna play this game. And if you want to keep it on casual and don't spend money and fuck around with your local deck, that's fine. But you cannot, expect to win consistently with that. But getting good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more about practicing, spending time with the game, having fun with friends, learning the game, advancing yourself, personal growth, learning, evolving, adapting, than spending money. Because honestly, trust me, you can buy a cross deck and don't know how to play it. But if you're buying your Kama 1, Kama 2, Jujitsu, I don't know. But if you're buying your Ritual Beast deck and you grind that shit out, then you can definitely make top cut at Nationals with that, because you are just the best Ritual Beast player in there, and the deck didn't even cost 10 euros. But honestly, don't be a Ritual Beast player, please guys, don't do that shit to me. So far, we have picking a deck. One of the most important things, pick a deck, stick with it. Second of all, take the time to learn. You have to learn. Things don't come natural unless you're really good. Or Lewis Hamilton. But take your time, learn, adapt, overcome. Be with friends, have fun, enjoy the game. Enjoying the game is one of the most important motivations you can have. Because if you want to get better, it's because you have a group around you that also wants to get better. And you all want to evolve. You all do it together. And the journey is definitely better than the end. Trust me on that. Having fun with friends is way better than consistently winning locals and having no friends at all. But the best part of a local for me is the bar afterwards, because that's just a lot of fun, hanging out with my friends, just having fun and, not feeling the rush of a tournament. But winning locals is always definitely fun. Fourth is committing to a deck, committing the costs of Yu-Gi-Oh! You're not having to spend 500 euros. I know plenty of players that don't spend anything at all and just win. For example, the person that won the local last week was Dinant, who's playing 60 card Dragon Link, which are cards that he all bought way back when because he really liked playing the deck and he wanted to play the deck. And he got ahead of the curve and now it's really good. And he got rewarded for his investment, his time in playing, and his friends helped him play. And all these things worked out perfectly for him, and that's only one of the small examples you can make of, practice, preach, what's that word? Practice makes perfect. Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know what I wanted to say anymore. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the things that I find really, really important about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I see so many people make the mistake of switching between decks all of the time, never learning the game, or never wanting to take that extra step, How does my deck get better with that card? Oh yeah, no, that card costs just slightly too much. Just do it. It's worth it. You're having fun, right? It's worth investing in what's fun, I'm just really, really easy, I like to spend money to things that I enjoy. I really don't care. That's why I'm living. I'm living to enjoy my life. I really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's, throw all my money at it and but make the best of what you can do. And if you don't have to buy a new deck, but you do have to practice your old really, really well. Because you don't need all of these factors to win a local. You don't need all of these factors to win a regional. My first regional, I was a terrible player. It's good to reflect and look back. I was playing a pure true Draco deck, and trust me, that took no skill whatsoever. Even if I say it wasn't. I played literally a Mana Iwato. But that was my first regional win. It was an 80 participant regional and I just won. Yeah, I don't know, I just played my deck, sometimes it's luck as well, but most of the time it's just the best player wins. And just try to be the best player. Maybe not necessarily the best playing, but be the best player that people look up to. Because maybe that's more important than winning. Maybe there's a lesson here after all. Or if you're a complete total Chad like me, you can win the local and be a cool guy. Now, all jokes aside, if I can tell you guys one thing, this game is really, really cool. And you're gonna have a really cool time playing it. And it's worth the time, it's worth the money, it's worth the risk. It's not worth playing against Mystic Mind Burn. It's not worth it. Don't comment down below where's the Mystic Mind Burn deck profile. It will come when he wins the local, trust me. The last tiny shout out / anecdote I have to tell you guys is about a player that I've met a long time ago. His name is Paris. He went to the same local as me and he was just new in the game and he was just having fun with it because he needed to have some off time of work. And Paris was a great, genuine guy. He was terrible at the game. But one thing though, he was really, really, really wealthy and he just bought Eldlik. He just bought the deck. That was his first deck. He just bought Eldlik. He just committed to a 500 euro deck. Fuck it. And at the start he wasn't really good. He just wasn't really good. And now we are a couple of months further down the line and Paris is winning locals. This guy came out of nowhere, just started playing a deck. He picked a deck, he committed to a deck, he found the community, he found the rest in his head to, chill out from work and feel better. And he felt better and he felt good and it was fun. And he had fun with friends and he tested, he learned, he wanted to learn. He made more investments, maybe a little bit too much investments if you ask me, Paris, you know it, boy. But at the end of the road, for him, already it was worth it. He keeps saying that he really wants to go to regionals and YCS because he just wants to play more, and that's the most important thing. It's not about winning, it's about wanting to play more. It's about having fun in the game and having fun with friends. And you know, if the game wasn't fun, he would have stopped early, or me even. But you know, I'm still here after fucking 7 years, so what's your excuse? So yeah, even if you don't have all the money, even if you don't have all the time, make sure you enjoy what you're doing with your small group, big group, friend group, any group. Go out, have fun, play the decks you like, play the decks you want. Most importantly, take your time. If you really want to get good in Yu-Gi-Oh, make that commitment, because it is worth it, it is fun, and maybe you win a YCS and then you give your share of the prize card to me. Yes. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you really find some use out of all my ramblings. And I hope you try to improve in your life. But yeah, all jokes aside, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more deck profiles of winning locals, more rambling discussion videos, more anything. This was a lot of fun to record, and there will be more like this coming. And yeah, if you have any more ideas or things you want to hear me ramble about, be sure to leave it in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe, drink Red Bull. Bye guys, see you in the next video.